Hi, this is Julie Cajigas for Cool Cleveland. I'm here with Kathleen Endres, a professor at the University of Akron, and we're going to learn a little bit more about her documentary that will be premiering this Thursday. It's called Rebels on Lake Erie, and here she is. Hello, Kathleen.
Hello.
Would you like to tell us a little bit about Rebels on Lake Erie?
Well, Rebels on Lake Erie is all about a pirate, a prison, and a plot during the Civil War time period. And what's really cool is that the pirate is a college-educated pirate, a Confederate, who attempted to liberate the Confederate. It was a prisoner of war camp on Johnson's Island, and they were all Confederate officers. And it's all about the plot and what took place after the plot.
All right, and Johnson's Island is nearby here. It's outside of Sandusky?
That's right. It's like in Sandusky Bay. And you can visit the cemetery where 200 Confederates still call it home. And the Johnson's Island dig, which is where the prison was, is also on Johnson's Island. So anyone can visit Johnson's Island.
Okay, and what inspired you to, you wrote, directed, and produced the documentary.
Yes.
What inspired you to choose the topic and then to create the documentary?
Well, I have to thank a young woman who was a student in my magazine article writing class. And as an assignment, I asked them to take a look at a magazine that they normally wouldn't look at. And she found a pirate magazine. I mean, who would have known? And so I jokingly said, wouldn't it be funny if there was a pirate on Lake Erie? And guess what? There was. And so that's, in a very real sense, how the story came about. So I thank Leanne very much for suggesting that there was a pirate on Lake Erie.
All right. And I know I've read that the documentary includes music from local musicians. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Well, actually, it's a very, very special documentary because it relies a great deal on local musicians, but it's also based on historically accurate music from the Civil War time period. For example, Chuck Kuiper, who is a local folk singer and composer, sang a song called The Prisoner's Lament, which was actually composed at Johnson's Island by prisoners at Johnson's Island. And this is probably the first time in 100 years that that song has been, well, perhaps it's the first time in 100 years it's ever been broadcast, period. It probably hasn't been ever broadcast. And so we got permission from Jerry Silverman, a very well-known folk singer as well, from New York, to use his arrangement for The Rebel Soldier, which is used throughout the documentary. But the vast majority of the material that we use is the actual arrangement that was published during the Civil War.
All right. Well, so I bet a lot of people are interested. Where can we see Rebels on Lake Erie?
As a matter of fact, we're going to have a screening of it. The first screening, it will be Thursday night, yay, at the Quaker. And how appropriate is it that we're going to have it at the Quaker Square Inn in Akron, Ohio, 135 South Broadway. Free parking next door, and everything is free. And we're going to have reenactors who will serve as hosts and talk a little bit about reenacting, Civil War reenacting, in full Confederate and Union garb, I might add. And we're going to have a panel following the screening of the entire documentary, and the panel will talk about memory and the Civil War. And then we're going to have a reception afterwards with oatmeal cookies, coffee, and lemonade.
All right. Well, it sounds great. That is Thursday, the 19th at 6:30.
And if you can't come out to that, then you'll want to watch it on TV. And it will be on Monday night on channels 45, 49, WNEO, WEAO at 10 p.m. And so you'll want to turn in on it.
All right, and we will put a link to all the information beneath this video. Well, thank you so much for talking to us at Cool Cleveland today.
Thank you.
All right, and this is Julie Cajigas signing off for Cool Cleveland.